It's 2 a.m. I'm staring at a document that I've rewritten 3 times already and the deadline is in 48 hours. And I still don't know if what I have written is good enough to convince the Chinese university that I'm applying to and the Ministry of Education in Beijing to fund my entire MBA. This is the 4th version. This is the one that got me in. And I'll tell you a secret up front. It didn't get me in because I was the smartest guy in the room. There was plenty of them, trust me. It got me in because I figured out what they were actually looking for. The moment I realized that generic wouldn't work, that most people sit down to write their CSC study plan and make the same mistake immediately. They open a template and they found it online. They fill in their name, their degree, their GPA and write something. I have always been passionate about international business. I love China. I believe China offers a unique opportunity for growth. And that sentence right there is why they don't get it. So far in my understanding, I know because that's exactly what my first draft looked like. I had 8 years of international experience, kitchens in the United States plus Saudi Arabia. And I was summarizing it like a LinkedIn bio that nobody asked to read. The turning point came when I stopped thinking about what I wanted to say and started thinking about what the reviewer sitting in Beijing needed to hear. Here's what changed everything for me. I started researching about the Jinan University. Not the brochure, not the rankings, but the actual city, Guangzhou. And what I found is completely reframed my entire study plan actually. Guangzhou sits inside the Greater Bay Area, one of the most economically dense region on the planet right now. To the east, they have Shenzhen, home to Tencent, Huawei, BYD, China's Silicon Valley. And to the south, there is Hong Kong, Asia's financial nerve center, Wall Street of China, if you may say. And Guangzhou itself was a manufacturing capital, trade hub, the city that has been the commercial DNA of the southern China for over 1,000 years. I wasn't just applying for university, I was applying to study MBA in the middle of the world's next economic superpower cluster. Now, that became the center of my motivational letter. Not my background, not my achievement. The specific research was undeniable argument about why this university, why this city at this moment of time. This made strategic sense for me with my goals. Now, the reviewer in Beijing probably read 500 study plan that week, and mine was the only one that told them something that they already knew, but I feel like they had never seen an Indian applicant articulating back to them. My process was not really glamorous at all. I have written 4 drafts, like I have said. Draft 1 was just bullet points, everything I knew about myself, the University of China, and no structure in the beginning really, just raw materials. I'm just writing things down. Draft 2, I connected my Saudi to US to China like I was drawing lines on a map. But when I read it back, it sounded like I was explaining to my life to a custom officer at the airport. No emotion, no reason, just feelings. Draft 3 gets a little bit interesting. I was reading something about Pearl River Delta, just to kill time honestly, and then I saw a map of the Greater Bay Area. And it hit me like a freight train. I wasn't applying to an university, I was applying to be in the middle of the world's next economic frontier. Final draft, which was draft 4, I tightened every paragraph, cut anything that did not serve the argument. I proofread it 3 times and submitted. So basically there was 4 drafts, 4 weeks and 1 final document. Here's what nobody tells you about the CSC study plan. I mean, nobody. The reviewers are reading 500 of these in a week. 500 applicants who think they are very special. 500 identical sentences about passion for international business. And they don't want the most qualified candidate. If you know what I mean, they are not even looking for the smartest candidate. They are looking for the most convinced candidate. In my thought process, someone who can sit in a room in Beijing and tell them with genuine specificity, with evidence, with conviction, like why their journey, their goals, their understanding of China aligns with exactly what the university and the country are trying to build, create. My bad IELTS didn't get me in. My 8 years of experience didn't either. My ability to tell something specific and true about Guangzhou, about Simba, about why 2026 was the exact right moment to study at Jinan University. That's what got me in. And I know some of you may thinking right now, easy for him to say, he's got 8 years of experience, he's got a band 8 on IELTS. Let me stop you right there, because this is really important. 8 years is not the secret of most MBA program in China, including Simba at Jinan only require 2 to 3 years of experience. If you have, it's good. If you don't have, that's fine. I just happen to be older. My age did not get me in. My research did. And the band 8, I got that while working 12 hours in the kitchen shift in Saudi Arabia, and it was brutal. You know, I studied after my long shift with sleepy eyes. If I can do that between shift, you can do that between your regular office hours as well. So don't write yourself off because you're thinking your profile isn't big enough. The study plan isn't a dick measuring contest experience, It's like a puzzle. Can you connect your 2 or 3 years of specific industry experience with your specific city, specific goal to China's future? That's all they care about in Beijing. Not how many years you have worked, but how clearly you see where you are going. Now, here's the catch. I'm not dropping the letter in a public Google Drive for a whole internet to copy paste. If you want to read my exact 4th draft, the unfiltered, annotated version with my margin notes and crossed out section, you have to come get it where I actually hang out. Give me a follow on Instagram at Pritam Sarkar, and seriously, do it right now. Please pause the video, open the app, hit the follow button. Once you are there, send me a DM saying the word study plan, and I will send you the full document directly, and I will share it with the people who actually show up.